Greetings to you, my leaders and fellow Tibetians in the TBC community. I am by name Arowolo YI. I am a Tibetan, and this is my number 022, which is number 22 TBC Public Live Broadcast. It is titled, No Doubt You Can Lead with Confidence. That is, there is no doubt you can lead with confidence. Let me start by narrating a scenario. There used to be a good friend of mine who is intelligent and good looking. We came across one another again after some few years of separation. As at the time we met, she didn't look or sound excited as she used to be. She was withdrawn and almost cold. She was obviously tired, not just physically, but emotionally, and I sensed psychologically she is trying hard not to give up or throw in the towel. She works with a very good, well-established company, and she is actually a very top management staff. She is well paid too and has no money problem at all. After engaging in discussion with her for a while, it was clear what the main problem was. At her place of work, she leads a critical team of very discouraged, demotivated, and troublesome employees. The role of the team is very important to the establishment. Extraordinarily important just to the establishment, and she is in charge. However, the pressure was just becoming unbearable as our team members aren't willing. They are not supportive or committed, and consequently, the directorate and the MD, the managing director, are very unhappy about the whole thing. They, on daily basis, they crucify this friend of mine for a lack of back-to-back failure on projects and deadlines. Leaders take responsibility, they tell her. Hence, she can't honestly put the blame on the attitude and disposition of her team. Yet, her team members, in truth and actually, they are the main problem. I could feel her pain. I know how it feels to be blamed regularly for someone else's issue, yet forced to take the blame and face the consequence because you are a leader. Just because you are a leader. Really? She was forced to take the blame, as I've mentioned, and face the consequence because she's a leader. I could feel her pain, as I've mentioned. I know how it feels to be blamed regularly for someone else's issues, yet forced to take the blame and face the consequence because you are a leader. Ladies and gentlemen, my era, the attention and focus conferred on leadership aptitude all over the world cannot be overemphasized. The success or otherwise of any project or community rises or falls on leadership. They say, are leadership born or built? Goes the popular debate. Thousands of books have been written on effective leadership. In fact, I know many motivational speakers and thought leaders who are specialists on the subject of leadership. I listened, I read, and I learned very much from all these people, and very fine materials written about leadership. A contemporary definition of leadership states that leadership is simply the ability to influence others. It is void of coercion or manipulation. This definition that is widely accepted also says leadership is about compelling vision and the ability to influence people to buy into this vision and pursue along as well. It is also ripe today to teach situational leadership as the cutting-edge fashion, especially in business organizations, where it is not really about position but a condition where a person with an idea or answer, no matter no matter his or her position, takes the lead to solve a problem faced, and everyone follows till that problem is eventually solved. Then everyone reverts to original position. Leadership is absolutely an exciting and broad concept. However, In my own considered opinion, there is a bit of artificiality in how the concept is represented and taught in many quarters. This, I must say, may not be deliberate, although let me submit that leadership is not a standalone concept. Leadership cannot exist without followership, and these two vital variables need and depend on each other for any real success to be recorded. I think it is time and organizational leaders will begin to sincerely balance our judgment when it comes to team values. I have frequently come across a quotable quote that says a flock of sheep led by a lion can defeat a pride of lion led by a sheep. To me, this is absolutely false. Let's be real and logical. One tree can never make a forest. It is not possible. By the time the pride of lions are done with the flock of sheep, they will all descend on the lion leading the sheep and together take him out. For great feats to be accomplished in this life, the role of responsible and quality followership cannot equally be overemphasized. I agree, though, completely with the modern definition of leadership, that it is the ability to influence others. But let's face it, the people you want to influence are human beings. They are with independent will and the power of choice. Influence is not mysticism, neither is it enchantment. You cannot influence me if I don't want you to influence me. No matter how good you are as a leader, no matter your skill and your ability to convince and persuade, if my mind is already made up not to buy into your entreaty, you will fail. You will fail to influence me no matter how good you are. Many leaders, especially in organizations today, they feel discouraged and overwhelmed. Worse still, they carry this sense of guilty over team failure, blaming themselves for situations that is entirely not up to them, and not up to their own fallacy, so to say. A good leader, to me, must be able to separate his or her faults from those of the entire team members. We should be realized that anytime we happen to be in crisis, as I've mentioned, it is an ideal thing for a leader to be able to separate his or her own fault from those of the team, especially in the when you happen to be in crisis. If you don't, you will never correctly diagnose the problem to know how to resolve it. The failure of the team is not always your own fault at times, so you have to think adequately well about this. The failure of the team, as I've mentioned, on many occasions is not always your own fault. You are a human being, hence your ability to always get people to do what you want is impossible. Even the Almighty God, who created each and every one of us, is struggling to get humanity to accept Him. Or am I lying? I said the God Almighty who created us is struggling to get humanity to accept Him, to obey Him, and even worship Him. Mankind actually have the power of choice to reject God, to reject God, who happens to be their maker. Talk less of a we or fellow human being. How much less you, a mere mortal, just like them. Ladies and gentlemen, my listener, may I say it is not leadership skill that is the most important thing to success. It is vision. It is vision. Let me explain how that is. If as a leader I have a lovely vision, a great vision for that matter, a compelling vision that I am willing to die for, I am very likely going to fail if I have followers who disdain or dislike this vision, no matter how good I am as a leader. The glue that binds leadership and followership together is accomplishing great tasks is vision buy-in. Vision buy-in is the only thing that resulted in accomplishing great tasks. Many team leaders are business owners today. I said many team leaders and business owners today. Majority of them are suffering distress and failing because they have packed in their team a crop of followers who don't appreciate, who don't follow or have any interest in the vision. No matter your motivational skill, no matter your passion, no matter your influencing skill, if you have a team of people who don't like or connect with the vision, you will not succeed. It is not possible. Please, as the vision, let us know this in our community. Let us adequately note it well in our community that no matter your motivational skill, no matter your passion, no matter your influencing skill, if you have a team of people who don't like or connect with the fashion or connect with the vision and mission of the establishment, you will not succeed. You will not succeed. The best you will get from them is eye service. The only best you will get from them is eye service, hypocrisy, or superficial effort. If team members are inspired, if they are motivated, if they are encouraged by other factors different from the vision, the leaders will struggle very hard and suffer so much trying to sell the vision. Try to sell the vision. Today, many businesses are dying and many teams are failing, not because of leadership, as I've mentioned, but because of the followership of other priorities superior in their minds to the fashion or to the vision of the business or the community. Many employees today don't submit. Many employees, they don't even at all like where they work. They don't like what comes to them simply because of selfish interest. They are out to grab everything, just to convert everything to their own liking and just for their own selfish aim and ambition. You should, let us realize that many people don't even like where they work, or they don't like what the community they belong to because of their selfish interest. They don't even like the laid down rule and regulation simply because of their selfish interest. They join the business, they join the community, not compelled or attracted by the vision or a mission, but they are motivated by the need to earn a salary, to earn a living, just for their, for the selfish interest they will gain, and not for the collective betterment of that community. These kind of people, I submit, cannot be influenced into performance. If they are doing rather well, it is basically through the use of threat, through the use of coercion or financial motivation. The downside of this is you can never get the best out of this kind of people. When followers don't like the vision, they will be less creative and innovative. Other initiatives will be low, and you will have to micromanage as a leader to get basic output out of them. To get basic output out of them, they will never go the extra mile. They will never go the extra mile. Oh, am I lying? Please tell me if I'm lying. No, this set of people will never go the extra mile. They will lack presence of mind, and common sense matter would often elude them. you may sometimes doubt the fact that they are actually worthy of relating with you. You will doubt their existence, whether they truly hand their qualification in life. It is simply a matter of disconnection from, just from the vision. They don't connect with the vision. That has been the reason why, as a result of their selfishness. When, at times, you may find some followers working hard and showing dedication because they like their leaders. They like the leaders because they think the leader is kind. They think the leader is considerate, patient, and understanding. That's their, their understanding. Maybe good looking too. So they work hard to impress and please such a leader. But immediately such a leader prioritizes the interests of the company or of the community, and the community vision over the over the personal interest of such a follower, animosity will definitely set in. This is also showing that winning your follower over through personal kindness is not sustainable. It is not sustainable, and it is in fact dangerous. It is in fact dangerous. I must submit. As a result of this, you may ask, what then is the solution? Let me try and point these few out as solution to such a situation. 1. Never recruit people looking for a job or employment, no matter how their qualification and intelligence is. Recruit only qualified job seekers who also love the vision and mission of the establishments. 2. Allow employees have a say about their preferred team within your organization or within the community. Let them try and associate, let them associate with their preferred team within the establishment, within the community. Passion for them or for many people is different from their qualification. Using the banking sector as an example, some marketers actually want to work in operation, and some operation staff would love to be in marketing. Within reason, please let them have a say. Their performances may surprise you if you let them have a say, contributing genuinely with open mind without any hidden agenda. 3. Let me submit that as a leader, you have your team selection model. You should have your team selection model. In other words, your recruitment objective must be vision-centered. It must be vision-centered. Also endeavor to communicate it clearly. Don't accept people into your team or into your community because of personal preferences, like their look, their qualification, how they speak, or even intelligence. Make sure they love the establishment. They love the vision and mission of the establishment, of the community, passionately about the function and vision of the team or their leaders and their community members. Let me survey that team failure is not always your fault. You, our leaders. The failure of any establishment is not always the fault of leader. It takes two to tango. Free yourself of that guilty and be objective. Let vision drive you and your team members, and your job will have never been easier. All leaders need good followers to succeed. All leaders need good followers to succeed, especially in our TBC community. We need good followers to succeed. We need good followers to succeed. And with God on our side, success, I believe, is definitely ascertained. Thank you so much for listening. May God bless you again until we meet another time for my next broadcast. I acknowledge the good effort of my mentor, Chief Muiwa Afolabi of the Today's on Frankly Speaking. Thank you so much. May God bless, and bye.